Hello there, Aries, and welcome to your reading with me. I'm Simone, and I'll be doing a love reading for you today. So, this is pretty much for anybody who's single or just wanting to know more about the situation that they're in regards to love. So, we'll be looking at pretty much the energy of your connection and how your person, mostly the angle of where your person's coming from and how your person's feeling about you and about the situation that you guys are in at the moment. So to get started, I'm just going to pull a couple of cards from the Moonology deck just so we can find out what does Aries need to know about love at the moment. What does Aries need to know about love at the moment? It's feeling a little heavy here, Aries. You probably are in a situation where you're waiting for somebody to come back, or you're just really unsure about the feelings, about how your person is feeling about you. Some of you might be feeling as though you did something wrong or you've done something to cause your person to turn their back or walk away, and you're wondering how to make things right. But we'll see what the cards have to say. So what does Aries need to know about love, please? What does Aries need to know about love? Okay, and we are starting with luck is on your side, which is really nice. And what do you need to release? And you are good enough. So, Aries, I keep feeling like somebody is trying to reconnect with somebody from the past. And I feel like with this luck is on your side, this is saying that, there's a real possibility to make that happen. If you're feeling like you did something to cause the relationship to fall apart, I feel like you may have the chance to make amends there, and that things will start falling in your favor, or even if it's just where you get the chance to explain where things went wrong, or what it was that happened. I feel like you will get the chance to do that, and then with that, what do you need to release? And you are good enough. That's where it comes back to being able to explain to your person how you feel or where things went wrong, what you would like to do to progress with the relationship or make things right with the relationship, the situation that you're in. But I do feel like some of you, with that you are good enough card, it does feel like some of you are really perhaps in a dark place at the moment, putting all the blame on yourself, feeling like there's something that you've done to upset the connection, Aries. But every situation is two-sided. So if you did do something wrong, there was probably cause for that. Yeah, you might have acted hastily. You might have acted before you had all the information. That's what I'm hearing quite quickly. You reacted before finding out all of the information, Aries. So I do feel like, though, you are going to get the opportunity to have the conversation about the situation. Now, I'm just finding out the energy of your connection with your person. What is the energy of the connection with Aries person, please? Let's find out a bit more about what's going on here. What is the energy of the connection, please? The energy of the connection for Aries, please. For Aries and their person. What is the energy of the connection? Now, I don't know, somebody might be dealing with somebody called Damon, or your name might be Damon, but I've just had that name pop up. So either your name is Damon or you're dealing with somebody whose name is Damon. There'll be something in this message for you to pay attention to. What is the energy of the connection? We're really getting into a big shuffle here, making sure we get the right answers. So we've got the Nine of Earth. Nine of Earth. So, tells me that you did put a lot of work into this connection, and I feel you are feeling very single at the moment, Aries. You're feeling as though you're on your own. And it's not to say that you're not doing well, because I feel like you are using whatever supports you have around you at the moment. But I do also feel like you're feeling as though you've got to do things on your own, even though you've put so much work into your connection with your person. Just clarifying the Nine of Earth, please, so we can get a little bit more out of this here. I do feel like you really do want to come back together with your person. And then we've got the Eight of Pentacles. So definitely putting in a lot of work. I feel as though you were really hoping for something long-term here. And it just didn't work out in your favor. Clarify the Nine of Earth, please. Really feeling like you've got to do things on your own. Thinking about the future here, because you did want a future with this person, and you really would like to contact them again, make contact with them again. Clarify this Nine of Earth, please. You're thinking about how you can make things right, what work you need to put into this to make things right. Very hopeful as well that this person is going to come back and want to put in that work with you as well. And then we've got the High Priestess there, which tells me that it feels like you know what needs to be done, but you're just waiting for the opportunity to be able to do it. This card is feeling very much knowing right from wrong. I feel like the two of you have had a lot of time to go away and think about things, think things through, think about what needs to be done or what to do next. There is a lot of thought about reaching out and making contact here and putting in the work because I feel like you are feeling very alone at the moment, and that you'd really like to come back together with your person. It is possible that they're thinking about that too. We are going to look at that a bit more further, but it's very much, you know what you want, you just don't know how to get it. You're willing to put in the work because you're tired of feeling alone, and you're tired of carrying these feelings and thinking about the past so much. But yeah, that there is a big feeling about right from wrong, right from wrong. So let's have a look at your person's energy. How is your person feeling currently? What's going on with Aries person, please? What's the energy around Aries person? Now, some of you may be dealing with a mechanic. I've just gotten an image of the word mechanic. So you may be dealing with somebody who is a mechanic. You may even be needing to make your way to a mechanic. Maybe somebody's having car issues. But I did just see the word mechanic. So your person might be the mechanic. Whoever it's for, please pay attention to the reading. That's all it means. But what is your person's energy? What's going on with Aries person, please? What is going on with Aries person? Okay, let's have a look. You've got the Two of Fire. Oh, see, I feel like they're trying to make a decision here, Aries. They're trying to work out which way am I going to go. Like, yeah, I feel like they're thinking about the past, and they're thinking about, you know, at one time there we had a really good connection and everything was great, and I missed those good times that we had together. But at the same time, I feel like they're trying to get some clarity. They're trying to work out the way. Yes, they do want to reach out to you. Clarify this Two of Fire, please. I feel like they are thinking about reaching out to you, but they're just not sure. They're not sure if it's a good idea. I think they miss what you had, but at the same time, they're not sure if it's a good idea. I've just dropped a card. At the same time, they're not sure if it's a good idea to go back to that. Now, I've pulled both the Seven of Pentacles and the Death card here on that Two of Fire. And I feel like they just want to stop and wait and see what happens. Your person, I think, they may be very preoccupied with practical matters at the moment, thinking about work, thinking about their money, thinking about making things work for them. They're also going through some changes as well. They may have also changed their job, their career, or even just changed the way that they look at money. And I feel like for some of you, money was part of the issue here. I've just seen the word gambling. So somebody was gambling within this connection, and that's what's caused the problem. But I feel like they have changed the way in which they're looking at money. But also, I feel like they are thinking about, well, how, if the two of you do come back together, how will you make the situation work? Let's just clarify a bit further. Clarify this Seven of Pentacles, please. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so we've got choices here. The Seven of Cups, they're thinking about what is the best option, what is the best way, or what's the best choice. What is Aries offering here? But also, I think it's got a lot to do with them being focused on their career. Clarify the Death card, please. Clarify the Death card, please. I do feel like they're trying to make healthy changes in their life. Your person's trying to make healthy changes, and I feel like trying to make a better or stable life for themselves, a more stable future. I feel like, Aries, when you were with this person, it was quite chaotic at times. Perhaps there were a lot of arguments. We've got the Four of Cups there, clarifying the Death card. So, yeah, they're really taking their time. I feel like they're really thinking about their future and thinking about what the best thing is for them. What can they do? I feel like at the same time, they're waiting for you to approach them. Now, that doesn't mean that you need to get out there and send them a message, because in the past you probably have tried to make contact and they haven't responded, or they've said, look, I don't want to talk about it. I'm not really sure, but I feel like you send a message or you try to call or make contact and it's not received very well, or they've made you feel like, hey, I don't want to discuss anything. I don't want to discuss what's happened. But I do feel like they're quite invested in their future. They're trying to work out what's good for them and what isn't good for them, what works, what doesn't work. And I think they're really trying to put in the work to make a better future for themselves. They are wondering if this is worth going back into. Is you are one of the thoughts on their mind. I'm really stuck on this. I'm seeing this as resurrection. Second chances, do I start again? But they're not sure if that's going to be too risky. So they're actually just getting on with things. You are on their mind. They do think about you. But I feel like they're more concerned about practical matters, Aries. So let's have a look at how they actually feel about you. How does Aries person feel about them? How does Aries person feel about them? What are the emotions here? How does Aries person feel about them? We've got the Six of Earth here. Okay, I feel like in this case they are healing from this connection. They're healing from where things have gone wrong. Okay, sorry, I'm just going to go one more. I'm hearing just pull another card there. Pull another card on how your person's feeling about you, Aries. So I do feel like they are healing from, this is definitely a connection that's broken down in some way. And now they're trying to repair from that. They're taking some time out, trying to weigh up their options here. I do feel like there is still that thought of, if we bring it back together, is it going to work? Is it going to work the way that we want it to, or are things just going to fall apart again? I do feel like that there are harsh words that were said, which is really unfortunate. We've got the 10 of air as well. So yeah, I feel like that, as I said, there were harsh words. I feel like there were harsh words between the two of you. Somebody said something that really wasn't nice. And I feel like, again, I'm hearing apologies. So I feel like somebody does want to apologize. I feel like your person does want to connect with you. Maybe they want to apologize to you. I'm really feeling apology. They are thinking about second chances, but they're also hurting. They're really, really hurting over what's happened here. But I do think deep down they want to speak to you. They're just not really sure of how to do it because of all the pain that's involved. There is a lot of pain involved in how this connection ended. So let's just clarify here, please. It's like when I look at the deer in this Six of Earth, I think of a deer stuck in headlights. Like when they think about what happened, there's a bit of a shock there, or even a little bit like, I've been caught, I've been found out. That comes up as well. I've been busted. But yeah, your person, we've got the Two of Swords here. I feel like your person is really trying to make that decision, really trying to work out what to do. Should they make contact? Should they stay away? We've got the Nine of Earth here, which is actually very similar to this. Nine of Pentacles here, which is very similar to this Nine of Earth. So they are wondering if you're single, and they're not sure if they should approach because they don't know if you're single or not. We've got the Four of Swords here and the Seven of Pentacles again. So they are looking at rebuilding here. They are looking at seeing what happens, basically. And with this Four of Swords over here, they are taking that time to repair and to heal from what happened in your connection. But I do feel like they're very interested to know about what's going on with you. So they are wondering, as I said at the start, they are wondering if you're single. They're wondering if you're free to work on things, to try again. But they're very confused about whether they should approach and talk about making this happen again. They're very confused about, there's also something about the level of control in this relationship as well. Now, I don't know if they were more controlling or if you were more controlling in the relationship, but there is a level of concern about the control in the relationship. Also, I keep coming back to the harsh words that were spoken as well. So just keep that in mind. There is an apology that needs to be made here before anything can progress. The conversation needs to be had and somebody needs to apologize. And that would all come back to putting in that work. And without an apology, it's very hard to heal. It's very hard to get that closure, Aries. But I do feel like they do feel like that this can be worked on. And once it's all processed and once everybody's healed from the situation, they do feel like it can be worked on. But at the same time, it's they've got this feeling of, is that something that I want to do again? Is it really the road that we should go down again? Because what if it doesn't work? That's how I'm really feeling. Like, what if it doesn't work and then we've put all this effort into it and it might all lead to nothing. It might all fall apart. But let's find out, what are you not aware of, Aries? What's hidden from Aries in this connection? What's hidden from Aries in this connection, please, universe? There's a lot of heavy feelings here, Aries, between you and your person. I really do feel like it's just a matter of healing from what happened. Excuse me. And then the two of you may be able to bring it back together. But there are some really hurt feelings here. And there is definitely an apology that needs to be made before anything else can happen. That conversation needs to be had. You need to talk about those deep feelings. You need to talk about the actual thing that happened to pull you guys apart. And then we've got the Queen of Fire. This is what is hidden from you. So with the the Queen of Fire, I think your person feels like if they come back to you, you may not be open to that. That you may be not happy with what they have to say to you. And that I do feel like they have a high level of respect for you. Even though things may have gone sour, I still do feel like they have this high level of respect for you. And also, you know now that you need to be respected. So this person, your person, cannot come back in and be all blasé and not want to talk about feelings and try to come in and be a joker. You're not having that. Look at the expression on this Queen's face. She is not having anyone that is not serious. So when your person comes back in, they need to be serious, because this is what they think that they're going to approach. They feel like when they come back in that you're going to go, you know what? Make up your mind. When you come in, you need to be serious about what you want. Don't come in and just try and have conversations here. You need to be so sure about what you want before you try this again. And the issue is that they're not sure. They're not sure. So there is this worry that when they come back in, you're not going to be happy with them. They are hoping as well that you still have that love for them, that you still have those feelings for them. Even though they're scared that it might all be gone and over with. I do feel like they're really hopeful that you're going to have those feelings. You've got the Eight of Cups there, so I feel like they are scared that you're done. I feel like they're frightened that you've pulled your feelings away, and this is that they're very hopeful that they're going to be able to start again with you, but they're frightened that you're not going to be, you're not going to reciprocate the feelings. Clarify, please, this Queen of Air, please. Or was it Fire? Sorry, Fire. Clarify this Queen of Fire, please. Forget what I'm doing a little bit here. Yeah, they want to come together, but they're just not saying it. They're frightened. We've got the Three of Pentacles here with the Ace of Swords. They want a brand new beginning with you, but they're frightened that you're done. They're frightened that you've walked away and you don't want anything to do with them anymore. You're not showing them that you're very open to at least talk about trying again. They think that you're done. They think that it's all done and dusted. But they really do want to come back together with you again with this Three of Pentacles here. They want that to be able to work together. They want, I just heard we need to talk about the future. They want to talk about the future, not just the past. So they may come in and sort of gloss over the past. Look at that. You've got the Ten of Cups. They want that happily ever after with you. They're frightened that you won't be happy with how they approach. They think that you've given up and that's it, you've walked away. I feel like this is such a huge misunderstanding that tempers may have taken over, um, and that things were said in the heat of the moment that was such an upset. And now it's time to actually talk about that, bring it all together, and look at how you can make things work in the future, because this is still how they see you. They feel that you've walked away or you want nothing to do with them anymore, and they've retreated, but they want that brand new beginning with you, and they want that happily ever after with you. They want to make things work. They just don't know how to approach Aries. And I don't know that it means it's up to you to approach them. That's not what I'm feeling at the moment. I mean, you have your own free will. You can approach them if you really want to. But I don't feel like it's something that you have to do. I think, everything happens in its own time. And, oh, look at that. You've got the King of Fire. This is what your person is likely to do. And this card that I've pulled, the King of Fire, what your person is likely to do. Wow. I feel like, number one, look at the red heart on this card. He's holding, well, he's not holding it, but this red heart is very prominent in this card. And he is thinking about making communication with you, this King of Fire. And it's, the reading's not gender specific. You can switch male and female however you need to there. But with this King of Fire, it's just like there is so much passion there, but he is feeling very hesitant. I think he's waiting for more information. They're trying to work out what needs to be done next. As I said earlier, not really sure about what to do. He's feeling a bit hesitant. He wants to communicate, but he doesn't know how to do it. This King of Fire, he wants to communicate, but he doesn't know what to do. Let's clarify this King of Fire. But I feel like he's really, really thinking things through. But there's this level of fear, and I think that fear has so much to do with, well, will the same thing happen? And also, how is Aries going to react if I come back in? I keep coming back to that. Keep coming back to that. Now, I've just seen an image of, this is so bizarre, I'm going to say it anyway. It's like a roll of processed meat. So it could be salami or maybe ham, but I feel like it's a roll of processed meat and it's been sliced. Perhaps you're eating a ham or salami sandwich right now. I don't know. But somehow that is significant to you, Aries. So please, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Doesn't mean it's not your reading. It just means that whoever understands what that means, they're just being asked to pay extra attention to this part of the reading. Processed meat. Okay, so to me, it's feeling like your person's thinking about approaching. They're just not sure of how to do it. And I keep saying that, but that's the feeling that keeps coming up here. They want an equal give and take with you. They know what to do now. They've had enough time to go away and think about things. Things are looking very black and white to them now. You are their soulmate. They feel as though you are their soulmate. They're thinking about rushing back into you quite quickly there with the Chariot. They want that happily ever after with you. They want that to build a solid foundation. But they're worried that the same thing's going to happen. They're worried that you guys are going to have that clash of egos again, or that the arguments are going to come up again. But they do want that brand new beginning. They do want that happily ever after. And they're seriously thinking about coming in to offer you that because they still feel very passionate towards you. And they do feel as though you are their soulmate. I think they're struggling at being without you at the moment, Aries. And I think that's a bit of a vice versa feeling there. I think you're struggling. I think they're struggling. I've just seen an image of red roses as well. So, however, red roses is significant to you, Aries. They've just showed me that image of red roses. But your person, I feel, is worried about the arguments. I do feel like, because this is what are they likely to do? I feel like they're very likely to make contact with you because they feel like it is the right time now. Now, keep in mind, this is a timeless reading. So today is the 16th of August that I'm recording this, but it is a timeless reading. So whenever you find the reading is when it's meant for you. That's when you're supposed to hear the message. So I can't put a time frame on this. I don't know exactly when all of this is going to happen, Aries, but right now, today, this is how it's feeling. Your person's really thinking about making contact with you. And I feel like they want that success with you. They want victory with you. And they're really considering, I feel, doing it very soon. It's close. There's just this hesitation about what to do. And there's this fear that the two of you are going to argue and fight. And your egos are going to clash. And you guys, I feel like you're so alike that it causes you to clash or argue because the two of you are so alike. And I feel like you may have even talked about that before. You know, we're so alike that you annoy me. Because you see a lot of yourself in them, and it goes that way for them too. They see a lot of themselves in you, and it's bothersome. So what is the outcome? And we've got the 7 of water in the outcome. Now, I feel like, again, with the hesitation, with this 7 of water, I'm going to pull another card because I still feel like you're just so hesitant and not really sure of what to do. And then you've got the 3 of fire as well. So definitely thinking about how to make things work, how to make things work, because I know that there are issues that need to be sorted out, and I'm just not sure of how to make it work. I'm not sure of which way to go. I'm frightened that there are going to be arguments, and I feel like you just want things to be peaceful, Aries. You just want things to be able to work out. And I feel like your person wants that too. And then we've got the 7 of Cups there again. And that's funny. We got the 7 of Water with the 7 of Cups. This is basically the same card. Clarifying the same card, making decisions, trying to work out what is the right decision. And then with that 3 of fire there, it's very much just trying to work out which way to go. Look at that. You've got the 10 of Cups. Trying to work out which way to go and how to get to the best outcome. But this is the outcome. I feel like, the decision is made. You have the conversation. The decision is made. And what do we do about it? How do we get there? There's a lot of uncertainty. Everything's feeling really up in the air. But I feel like the two of you know that you're always going to be attached to each other. And I've just had a look at the bottom of the deck. We've got the Ace of Cups and the Star together, which tells me that there's a brand new beginning when you put those two together. And I am going to leave those out. But to me, it feels like there's a brand new beginning because the two of you were so attached to each other. And you always will be. Like, I don't know if you perhaps have children together and that keeps you tied, or if it's just the history that you have together. But to me, it really feels like, well, I can't, it's a lot like I can't live with you, but I can't live without you. So I'm willing to put in the work for us to be able to get along better because I can't be without you. Um, and then I just heard, once a liar, always a liar. I feel like this is the mindset of somebody. So when you do come back together and when you do have those discussions, somebody is not going to be trusting the other. And I feel like it's going to take some time to be able to work through those feelings of, well, you've lied to me before, so how do I know that you won't do it again? Which that's really not a nice feeling to have. I'm just going to pull from the wisdom of the oracle as well, just to get you any final advice from the universe. I'm just going to do a quick shuffle on these cards so that they're ready for you, Aries. But yeah, I do feel like somebody's worried that they're going to be lied to because they were lied to in the past. And I mean, that's fair enough. When you're lied to, you always have that hesitation that perhaps you will be lied to again. It's really hard to trust somebody after you've caught them out in a lie. And that could be what I was talking about before when I said it feels a lot like a deer in the headlights, where somebody's been busted. And I feel like that's where the lie comes into it. So, okay, now we're back together. We're going to have the conversation. We're going to talk about things. We're going to try and make a decision. But how do I know that this time you're not lying? That's the feeling that comes up. And then also they've just shown me a really odd image again, and you should be really quite used to me getting odd images, Aries. But I have seen that you and your person, Aries, whoever this might be, and I'm sorry if this stirs up any rough emotions for any of you, but I do see you and your person walking together in a cemetery. So whether you've gone there together to visit somebody, or perhaps you go there together just because you like walking around and looking at the different headstones and learning people's stories, the stories of people who have passed. Yeah, that's just an image that they've shown me, and it feels like that was a very special time that you and your person shared together. So whoever that's for, it's a very specific message, that one. But if it's for you, you'll know if that message is for you. But let me just pull a couple of cards. So what is the final advice for Aries, please? What is the final advice for Aries, please, universe? Anything else that Aries needs to know? Is there anything else that Aries needs to know, please? I feel like it can be a really lovely outcome, Aries. It's just a matter of working through those hard feelings of there's a lot of, I think, mistrust and worry that things are not going to work out properly or as you want them to in the end. So it's really hard to jump back in there. But I've pulled the happy, happy card. And if you can see, it's beautiful. There's a lot of hope there and really good feelings surrounding this happy, happy card. You've got stars, so there's manifesting. You've got a rainbow, so that's wish fulfillment. And with the egg here, you're looking at a brand new beginning. And there's a very happy face in there too. And it's the number 26 on the card, but if you reduce the 2 and the 6, you've got the number 8, and that is about making things happen. The number 8 is making things happen. Also infinity. The number 8 also signifies infinity, but I am going to read the relationship message from the book for you because I don't want to give you the wrong message in this card. I don't know all the meanings for this deck, the wisdom of the oracle, but the relationship message on this card is there are moments in a relationship where you just feel good about whom you're with, and you know that your heart is wide open to befriend, to love, and to care for another without wanting anything in return. This is the kind of happy that you just want to share. The appearance of this card is in a reading tells you that joy and contentment are here now, not somewhere else or off in the future. The grass is greenest right where you stand. Be grateful and delight in your relationship. And if you're seeking one, be happy now. Happiness attracts more of itself like bees to honey. So that is a really beautiful message to get there. It's all just about being happy and waiting for the good stuff to come to you. You know, just get on with your everyday life. Try and be as happy as you can. I know it's really hard when you're separated from somebody that feels like a soulmate to you. I know it's really hard just to get on with things while you're waiting for them to come back. But being happy, because there are brand new beginnings coming for you. I do feel like you're making your way towards wish fulfillment. And we've got that in the star card here as well, wish fulfillment. And that's in the outcome of your reading. But the universe is saying just be happy because things are only going to get better when it's time for them. But I do feel some really good stuff in this reading, even though there are those feelings of mistrust and wondering if things will go back to how they were. I also feel like there's good reason to be hopeful in this reading as well, Aries. So thank you so much for watching your reading. If this did resonate, offer you guidance or clarity, I would appreciate if you gave me a like, share, or subscribe, just so that I know the message reached the people that it needed to. And you can also leave me a comment down below if you'd like to as well. Thank you so much for being here, Aries. I truly appreciate it. Bye for now.